What's up, everybody? This is just messed up. This is in LA, and I'll show you how to find this for yourself. But we're going to zoom in here, and that's the Union Pacific train yard. And if you want to look into this for yourself, you can go on Google Maps and type in Forge Boxing, FORJ. That's the red pin. And just north of the 101 and North Mission here is a little triangle on the edge of the train yard. And let's have a little look at that triangle. The video's not broken. I'm just letting you look at it. Just look at this. It's written out like 20 times. Not only are they hoping somebody up on the freeway overpass will see it, but wait till you see what's right next to here. So I'm just going to say the hombres have been using these train lines for who knows how long. Right here, you can see it spelled out exactly what's going on. You don't have to know Spanish to understand what is going on here. Here, I don't think I have an exact translation, but it looks like that's what they're getting at. We kind of think of the hombres as street thugs, but they've got some high up connections in American diplomacy, let's say. A couple of years ago in Arizona, an investigative journalist went before some committee, this was all an official thing, and revealed that one of the top diplomats there had received 3 houses from the hombres. And the people of the committee were just kind of dumbfounded. They're like, and you're out here saying this publicly? What is wrong with you? That was literally the reaction. Do you not care about your safety here? So people know what's going on. And they're either on the take or they're afraid of the people that are on the take. And I have no doubt that there are people within the Union Pacific Rail Line organization there that know exactly what's going on and are getting their cut from this. And I know that this is a delayed reaction. Google Maps isn't live, but this just means that, I mean, look at how many times that was written out. I mean, there was probably multiple people, I would say, doing this, but that's just being stuck in hell right there. And here's what's worse about this is let's zoom out and let me show you what's right next to there. On the left there, Los Angeles Air Support Division. So there's choppers flying in and out over this area all the time. So I did call in about this just to make sure somebody has. Hey, this is probably going to sound a little weird. This is going around the internet right now, and I just wanted to make sure local authorities are aware of this. Next to the Union Police or Union train station, someone has spelled out help about 20 times out of the railroad ties, and traffico, as in trafficking Beep. In Spanish. And I was just making sure that local authorities actually know about this.
At 525 North Mission?
It is right at the corner. I'm just looking at it on Google Maps. It's the corner of North Mission and East Cesar Chavez.
Right, we've gotten multiple calls about that, and Google Maps isn't a live satellite image. But yes, we have gotten calls about that, sir.
Okay, I know. I realize that this is probably somewhat old, but just making sure you guys knew about it.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
So look, I don't know how much you guys have looked into this stuff, but they take college kids like from Berkeley and tell them that they are helping unfortunate people, and they take them down to the South Gate, and they are helping to facilitate this. And it's shut down now, thank God, but for the last 4 years, this has been going on. And it's the same thing in every little clique there. It's one butch woman with about 4 or 5 little flunkies that are so emaciated from their vegan diet, they look like they can barely lift a fork to their mouth. And, you know, I lived in the Bay Area for a while, and that's just the social protocol. It's the same thing every time. That's how every little clique is. They have demasculated all of the men, Rosie the Riveter, all the women, and people literally could not stand me just because I was an unapologetic me. I'm not going to act like some little twink because some chick's got a chip on her shoulder. And I'm not even kidding. I'd go out to a club. Probably 3 or 4 times I had women walk by and shoulder check me. And I would just laugh. I'm like, are you serious? But they have so screwed up the social order in California that they take these kids from the colleges and convince them that they're doing a good thing. And they are complicit in this, as well as thousands of our, quote, diplomats. And the whole thing is just absolutely sickening to me. California is a failed state right now. It's insane how when people are talking about the prices of housing, nobody bothers to mention the millions of new people that have been brought in that don't belong here. So you've got a set number of housing units and you flood the market with new renters or buyers. And this has led to millions of people being out on the street. They officially say it's only 200,000 in all of California. But right here at the end of University, California, that goes up to University of Berkeley, there's at least 5,000 people camped out right at that intersection. That's one of the biggest ones, but it's only one of thousands all around the Bay Area. And that's just the Bay Area. I would say there's at least 200,000 in the Bay Area. We just watched half of LA go up in smoke. And there's just no correcting or fixing what has been done there. And it pains me to see that no one is ever held accountable for any of this stuff. I mean, what we're looking at right here is probably somebody's last-ditch effort. They got away for a minute before the hombres swept the area and then took them over to the tunnels. When I tried to call this in, I think it was the 4th number that I found that actually got me through to a person. But here's a true story from up in Oakland. My boss lives right down the street from a school, and he saw this creepy dude over there, obviously prowling, so he called Oakland PD. And he got a recording saying, if this is a non-emergency, we'll then just leave a message and we'll get back to you. So he told him what was going on. And it was something like 14 hours later. It was the next day, a couple hours after. And he finally gets a call back for him. And, you know, he's just like, well, there's nothing you're going to do about it now, is there? So things are much different there than anywhere else that I've ever lived. We're leaving a bar one night and we're absolutely lit. And he goes up to these two sitting in a car and just starts going off on them. You know, what the heck, you know? I put in a call about some niños possibly being messed with. And 14 hours later, you guys called back. And what they said was, look, we've only got 800 people on the force here for all of East Bay. And that's for a 24-hour shift. So it's split up. But he said we can't keep up with the things in progress, let alone try to investigate anything. So unless someone is caught in the act, then you don't even have to worry about it. If that happened yesterday, we don't have time to look into it. We're going to have to worry about what's going on today. And we're talking about California. I think if it were its own country, it'd be the 4th largest economy in the world. And the people running it can't even bother to do basic things like make sure the reservoirs are full. Anyway, this is just absolutely disgusting. That's probably somebody's last cry for help. And, you know, this is probably a year-old map we're looking at, but it popped up on the internet this morning, and I was just like, man, I don't even know what to say. So I'll catch you guys on the next one. Static out.